Greetings, my fellow humans. I am Tarka the Newt, and I'm just gonna do a bit of an update video today. Some stuff has happened, and I haven't done any Tarker Talks in a while. It's not that I don't have stuff to talk about. I do have some interesting topics with some interesting takes from me that should raise a few eyebrows for the future, but it just sometimes shit happens, you know? So I'm just going to do a little update video. I'll take you through like a few seconds of my day. This isn't going to be very long, so I apologize for anyone who is hoping for, like, I don't know, a tour of the town or some crap like that. It's coming, trust me. Like, we just got our first couple of really nice spring days. My wife is going to kill me for that right there. Well, I'm not going to say what it is, but any women watching this will know immediately what it is. My wife, when she sees this video, she's going to slap the shit out of me. Not really, but she's going to be very upset that there was something like that in the video. Like, you know, every woman on the planet has a menstrual cycle except for her, right? You know? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I should be more sensitive to that. I don't know. I think it's silly. Anyway, some shit has happened. I ordered a mic, finally, but that was kind of a headache and a half. It didn't take the payment for some reason. Ooh, X. Yeah, there's my X. Yeah, it didn't take the payment, so I had to, like, order it 3 different times. Because it wasn't taking the payment. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. And then the last time I updated my payment, I mean, it's the same credit card. All the right information is right. It went through. It let me hit pay. And then it was like payment rejected. Oh, okay. We have money in the bank. Why? I don't know. Anyway, the 3rd time was the charm. And now I have a microphone that should be here next week or something. So hopefully if I make any more gameplay videos, you will get to hear the full range of my beautiful voice. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It won't be ass quality. It won't be potato quality vocals in my videos from now on. But yeah. Also, what else? Oh, right, our plumbing. Yeah, our plumbing broke again. That's actually why I'm back here, because it's kind of like right there somewhere. I don't know. It's in the bathroom here where the floor is sinking a little bit. And our house is from 1979. Our plumbing is from 1989. It's over 30 years old at this point. So when the floor sinks, guess what it's pressing down on? That's right, our plumbing system. So, you know, 30-year-old PVC, it's just going to crack open. It's going to crack open. It's actually impressive that it's gone this far. What I need to do is just get under the house and just dig all that crap out from underneath there. It's not doing any good, and since the house is pretty much sinking in, it needs to go anyway, but, you know, that's another job that's only going to happen once it's warm outside, so it's just, I hate hunkering down for the winter like this. I really do. I really hate hunkering down for the winter, because there's all this stuff that needs to be done, and I can't do it, because the ground is either frozen, or it's wet, or it's too cold, something, you know, it's frustrating. Anyway, so that's a fucking problem. Our fucking sink in the kitchen is 100% clogged. The previous owner was dumping grease down the drain. We found out he's an old guy. It's just what old guys, you know, that's what you did back in the day. You know, you dump the grease down the drain with hot water and soap or whatever. And there's a clog down there that's, you know, went from being like this to this. And now it doesn't drain at all, so we can't use our kitchen sink. Yeah, so I gotta turn the water on and do some stuff. And I figured I'd wait till I was making this update video. Wow, isn't that great? Also, we did a Walmart order. I don't want to say we live in the middle of nowhere, because this is a town, but there's only certain things you can get here, and everything else you gotta go to like Walmart or something to get. So we made a Walmart order, and usually they're fine. They bring it right to our door, drop it right at our door, and, you know, no trouble. This time, I don't know if the delivery guy was lazy or what, but he stopped, like, we have an entrance to our lane, and then it comes back down this alleyway, and there's this whole neighborhood here. But at the front of our lane, before you pull in, there's a house. What he did was just stop at the house and put everything on the front porch of the house. You know, the front porch that they don't even fucking use, that's right along the road. They put everything up there. Well, needless to say, all $300 worth of our groceries were fucking stolen from the house. Because of course they were! Because it's a house along the fucking road, and they just put it on the fucking house, even though our delivery says trailer 7. They stopped at a fucking house and gave it to whoever was at the house, and it just, it pisses me off so much. It's not that we lost the groceries, because we'll get the money back. Like, Walmart has already given us our refund, but we needed those groceries. Like, we need that stuff. I have no tissues. I have no food. Like, I'm gonna have to eat ramen and pizza tonight. Like, we'll probably just order out. We'll probably just order Chinese food or something. But, you know, it's so frustrating. That one little mistake by some driver, and it just fucked us over royally. Like, we don't have trash bags. Like, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Here we go. Look. See this? Notice what's missing? Trash bags, because we don't have any fucking trash bags. Like, yeah, we could get them in town. We could go to one of these farmers markets or a grocery outlet or something. But your option is either to go to, what do they call it, a thrift store or a farmer's market and get, like, the absolute cheapest garbage bags ever. Like, they're just so thin and just, they're almost useless. Also, they're usually not very big. They're either gigantic or really small, and, you know, we have one of these kitchen ones. These kitchen ones? Well, you know. So it's like like they're either too big or too small, and they're absolute trash on top of that. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Or we can go to, like, where my wife works, Tractor Supply, something like that, and get, like, really expensive, like, contractor bags. That's our only other fucking option. You know, is to get, like, these contractor bags. Which are fucking expensive. And it's like, come on. Oh, it's just so frustrating. There's other stuff going on, too. Like, in the area. Well, let me just collect my thoughts, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm going to show you guys what I got to do. So, because our plumbing is busted, we keep the water turned off at all times, so it's not just leaking out onto the lawn and wasting water. Like, you know, we have a water bill, not us, but the landowners have a water bill, and if that's just running, then they're racking up the charges, and we're not going to do that to our, you know, landlord, because they're pretty cool, actually. They're nice people. Like, we don't want to do that to them. So we turn our water off when we're not using it. But my wife is built like a Tolkien dwarf. She's short and fat, so, like, she can't, like, her arms are too short to reach down and turn the main valve on. So I gotta do it, which means, you know, our toilet and stuff is gross, which I'm not going to show you because, for obvious reasons, because I have a soul. But yeah, here, let's just go outside for a minute. I'll show you what this entails. Let's see. I'm surprised none of the neighbors are out. Might require 2 hands. So I just go to this here. It's right here. Pull this guy open. All right. Pull that open like that. There it is. Can even see it. There. I've got water. Okay, so let's go back inside. Ooh, switcheroo. Okay, oh, excuse me, I'm stepping over animals. So, yeah, you can probably already hear it. The toilet flowing. And yeah, we have water. Once the toilet fills up, I'll come back and see if we can hear where the leak is, because you can hear it. You can hear it spraying. That's another reason we turn the water off too, is because if it's just spraying up underneath our floorboards, we don't know if it's hitting the floorboards or hitting the ground. And if it's hitting the floorboards, that's going to cause some serious damage to our floors that are already kind of destroyed. So, but yeah, other stuff to talk about. Let's see here. Let me just sit down for a minute. I've been moving around. There we go. Hey, puppers. Sully. Come here. Hi. Hi, puppers. Oh, and there's a Stormy. Ooh, sorry for my hand. There's a Stormy. Hi, Stormy kitty. Oh, I love my babies. I love my kitty cats. But, yeah, what was I? Hi. Hey, bud. Oh, it's snuggle times. Okay. It's snuggle times. Middle of a video. It's time for snuggles, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right. But, yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen, but lately, there's been a lot of talk online about people being, like, I don't know, I guess racist? Is that the proper term? Like, do you even call that racism? It's because it's a little over the top sometimes. Like, people beating up on Asians and shit. Like, just being nasty as fuck to Asian people, or people, or at least people who look Asian. It's like, what the hell is wrong with people? And here's the thing. For those of us in Amish country here, I don't know if you know, but we're actually fairly progressive in this area. I've probably said it before in a bunch of my other videos, but despite this being farm country, or, you know, what people call Amish country, we're actually surprisingly progressive, at least as far as it goes, as far as race and religion goes. Like, you have people who are, you know, black, Indian, Chinese, you know, white, whatever, as well as, you know, Muslim, Christian, you know, Catholic, Jewish, you know, whatever, all just living together. Although, to be fair, I always say that. I always add, like, the Jews in there, but actually the Jews kind of have their own communities, but that's more of a necessity because they have the Hebrew school and everything. You know, they send their kids to Hebrew school. So in a sense, they kind of have to have those, you know, they have to kind of live near other Jewish people. The Amish people are the same way. You know, they have their a certain school they send their kids to when they're younger, so they live in little, you know, communities. Usually that's not always the case. In fact, there's a guy in town here that owns, what is it? Oh, I think it's like a signage shop. It's a place where the businesses go to get, like, the professionally sealed signs. But yeah, he's a Jewish guy, and he just kind of lives in town with his family. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is we're very progressive, you know, and these people, they don't. It's hard for me to say. Like, they don't experience a lot of racism, says the white guy. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't see it. But I would say that we're pretty progressive. I mean, I don't know that I'd stay in a town where I was experiencing racism like that. You know what I mean? Like, if he's experiencing prejudice, why is he just living in the center of town? Maybe because he has to? I don't know. Anyway, I would say that we're fairly progressive as far as that goes, but we have some ways to go as far as sexuality goes and transgenderism, but, you know, baby steps. Yeah, people aren't so keen on that around here, but I say that, but then you go to, you know, Subway, and the main person at the counter is a transgender woman, and nobody gives a shit. Like, so, like, I don't know. For all I know, that poor woman is getting so much hate in her personal life that I never see. I just see her at the counter and nobody's saying anything. So, again, it's hard for me to say because that ain't me, you know. But anyway, my point of saying that is we get these people like, well, okay, let me back up. A huge portion of our local business is trade from tourism. You know, tourists come into town. Like, we have, you know, it's this bumfuck town in the middle. Like, if you drive 5 minutes in any direction, it's just all farm, just farmland as far as you can see the second you get out of town. But there's like every kind of restaurant here in town you could possibly want. There's a bunch of different hotels. We also have industry, a ridiculous amount of industry in this little tiny town. So we almost have like our own little enclosed economy of our own. But see, here's the thing. Oh, and this pisses us off so much. I'll tell you, the locals here, they hate this. And this is why we all hate tourists, too. Like, we fucking hate tourists. And before you're worried about coming to the area, listen to what I have to say, because we don't hate all tourists. In fact, we won't even call you a tourist unless you do one of these really fucked up things. Like, what happened? Okay, so here's what happens. These people from like New York or Philly, they'll come here to see the leaves change, or you know, go to fucking yard sales, or what the fuck ever people do. I don't fucking know. You know, go see the Amish schoolhouse. Oh, look, it's grass. I'll take a picture of the grass. We don't have that in upstate New York. But then they'll go to a really popular place, like a place where everybody frequents, like the Shady Maple outlets here. I call them outlets because that's what they fucking are. That's what they fucking are. But Shady Maple. Most people just call it Shady Maple. So they'll go to Shady Maple where everybody frequents. And, you know, most of the time, if you're in town, you go to the Chinese place, the hotel, you know, the laundromat. You'll not see a lot of different types of people all in one place. Like, they tend to go to one place or the other. You know what I mean? Based on who you are and how you grew up, you tend to do one thing versus the other, if you're following me. However, there are a few places like Shady Maple where literally everyone goes all the time, including me. So you'll have situations where there'll be Amish families, Mennonite families, Jewish families, Muslim families, Sikh families. Actually, you don't really see the Sikh people a lot in public. That's something I noticed. I never see anyone wearing a turban in public. Do they just not wear it while they're in public, or I don't know? Feel free to comment in the comments. I've never had a Sikh friend. I know they exist. I know they're out here. Cause I mean, the guy down the street who owns the convenience store, ironically, that's a Sikh family, and I've seen him wear his turban a couple of times. But I think it's a turban, the head wrap. I have no clue. That's like the one type of people in this area that I have like zero understanding of, because I've never had a Sikh friend, not one. But you know, it's just how it is. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I wasn't gonna make this long ass video. It's already 17 minutes long. Good God. So okay, so the tourists, they'll go to Shady Maple where everybody frequents. You know, everybody goes to Shady Maple. Everybody, because no matter what you're looking for, you can usually find it there in some capacity, or at least find somebody who knows where the thing is you want will be. You know what I mean? Because everybody frequents Shady Maple. It's just anyway. So these people from like Reading, Philadelphia, New York City, they come, and then they go to Shady Maple, where there's, you know, Mennonite families as well as like Hispanic families or whatever, and they'll see somebody speak. Like, everybody here speaks like different languages. You know, we all speak English, obviously, but we also have our native tongues and other languages. Like, you know, Hispanic people have their South American Spanish. The Amish have the Pennsylvania Dutch. The Jewish have Hebrew. You know, it's just how it is. The Muslims are weird though. Like, don't take that out of context. Muslims are weird, guys. But no, it's funny because religiously they're all very much the same, but ethnically they're totally different. Like, you'll see somebody who's a Muslim, yeah, but their family's actually from Egypt, so they're Egyptian, right? And then you'll have another family that's yeah, they're Muslim, but their family's from Syria, so they're Syrian. You know, it's just very different. Anyway. Get to the fucking point. The point is, these fucking tourists from New York and shit, they'll come here, see, you know, hear somebody speaking Spanish and be like, speak fucking English, go back to where you fucking come from. You know, just the most ignorant ass shit to somebody who literally grew up down the street. And, like, we don't tolerate that shit here. We do not fucking tolerate that shit. We don't. Like, if you're vocally ignorant, we will be vocally ignorant back to you. And some people are actually kind of quiet about it. I remember a time when somebody did that, and they found out who it was, and a bunch of Amish people parked their horses. Like, it was Amish people. It was actually a bunch of teenage boys. They got all the horses they could find and tied them up around this person's car so that they couldn't fucking leave. Like, they had to wait for the cops to come and shit. And then the cops were asking, well, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And the Amish boys were telling them, and the cops were like, oh, okay. Wink, wink. So, yeah, they're like, we don't tolerate that shit. We do not tolerate intolerance. If you're physically belligerent, then you can expect physical belligerence right back at you. Like, people will physically throw you out of places. So, where am I going with this? Why am I saying this? Because when the whole coronavirus thing blew up, people started getting nasty with Asians. Like, it took a while, but they did. Yeah, I mean, I remember, what was it, like the end of April, I think, we started seeing those videos of that one black guy spraying some poor Asian student with fucking Febreze and shit, and just people being nasty. And if you come here and do that, good luck. Good luck, because people will fuck you up. And I don't mean in a nice way. Like, some people will, like, follow you to your car. They'll follow you to where you're staying, and yeah, it's not cool. I don't agree with that sort of thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. Like, it's not. Like, lynching people is not okay. I don't care why you did it. Don't lynch people. Like, that's not cool. Anyway, so we kind of shut down our own tourist trade for a while, needless to say. And in the beginning I said we hate tourists, but there's a certain type of person we call tourists. Well, that's the type of person we call a tourist. People who come here and want to be ignorant and are fucking stupid and shit, that's a tourist. We call them tourists because they're not here to soak in foreign culture. They're not here to experience other cultures. They're here to just look and laugh at all the funny looking people and all the weirdos. That's what they're here for. They don't care about understanding other cultures or learning new languages or appreciating art or anything like that. They just want to come and laugh at the weird shit. And fuck those people. Yeah, we fucking hate them. They park wrong. It comes from an area of selfishness. And selfish people have no place in this area. Nope. If you park in a fucked up way, your car's gonna get fucked up. Yep. So, like I said, we shut down our own tourism for a while. So businesses have been struggling. Yeah, there's been a lot of layoffs, and it just, oh boy. But the thing that kills me is I'm only just now seeing people talk about the whole Asian people online, like Asian people getting discriminated against. I'm only now seeing people talk about that. Well, where was this a year ago? Like, it's been nearly a year since this first started happening. Why are people only just now talking about it like it's a fucking problem? It's been a problem the whole fucking time. So yeah, what was my brain is just all over. When I start talking about things, my brain just goes in like 7 different directions. Anyway, what really pisses off the locals here in Amish country is when one of those assholes from New York or Reading comes here and does some ignorant ass racist shit, and then somebody else who's a tourist sees that and thinks they're a local and then goes home and is like, oh man, Amish country's racist. People in Amish country are racist. Don't fucking go there because they're racist. That pisses us off so much. Like these people, they do not have a place here. We don't tolerate intolerance. Yet that's the reputation we get because people see these white ass fucking motherfuckers and think that they're locals. They're not. Trust me, they're not. It just, how frustrating is that? Tell me that's not frustrating as shit. Getting a bad reputation because of people from fucking New York and shit coming to your place and being assholes. Yeah? Wouldn't that piss you off too? I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go flush the fucking toilet and do some laundry before my yard becomes a swimming pool. But before I do that, let me just end the video by showing you guys. Let me see. I'm listening for it, but I'm not sure if I can hear it or not. It's down here somewhere. Let's see if I can get this on video. Close the door. Oh yeah, now I can hear it. Oh, not as young as I used to be. Let me just climb on this floor for a second. I don't know if that's showing up on the video or not, but can you hear that kind of hissing and trickling? A little bit. Anyway, that's our leak. And it's down there. It's a pain in the butt. And we're going to have to dig a bunch of rocks and dirt and stuff out and go fix it. That is at least until Megan and I can put some money away and get a fucking house and pay off a mortgage instead of this piece of shit. But, you know, home is where the heart is. So we're here. Anyway, I'm sorry for my rant, guys. I wasn't going to make this a half-hour long video. I was just going to update you guys on my situation, let you know I'm doing all right. I just have been busy. I'm sorry. That's just what was on my brain, and I was trying to get my brain contents out. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you, especially the ones who are always trying to make me feel better and brighten my day. It is much appreciated. Have a good spring, YouTube. I will see you in my next video.